Ellen, who's on social media. Dear Bishop Thomas, it's time again for the priest assignments on the Diocese of Toledo
You
website.
are perceptive, Ellen.
I'm always interested to see those! Exclamation point.
There you go.
Says.
And so is everyone else.
I know that we have recently had parishes without a pastor due to a lack of priests. Do we have enough priests now that each parish or grouping will have a pastor in the upcoming year? Thanks, Ellen.
So, Ellen, thank you for writing. When I read your question, and you said, do we have enough priests? And I didn't even get to the rest of the question, and my answer was immediately no. So we need to continue to push and pray and up the ante on our efforts to both encourage vocations and to pray for vocations to the priesthood for our diocese. You asked, Ellen, do we have enough priests that each parish or grouping will have a pastor in the upcoming year? And the answer to that is almost. And the reality is we did have, as you are aware, two sets of parishes that have been twinned that have both been, if you will, getting along, so to speak, without a pastor because of the generosity of those who have stepped up, one of whom, of course, is a retired priest. The other is a deacon. So the gift is that we will, in those places, have pastors. And in one parish, and this is not a result ultimately of a grave shortage, but of our intentional planning. One of our parishes, Our Lady of Lourdes, will be led by a deacon who will be the pastoral leader of that parish. So the gift is that we right now do as of July 1st, and all those assignments have now been made, folks. So what you need to do, if you are someone who is curious, like Ellen is, ToledoDiocese.org, Diocesan News, and then under Most Recent News, you'll simply find the listings of all of those appointments. And those appointments most recently made were made on April 20th, Saturday, April 20th. So right now, all those assignments have been made, and on July 1st, all those assignments will be effective. Thank you.
Just for the people who don't know, there is a committee that is involved in that process, right? And makes the ultimate recommendation for your final decision.
Thank you, Ron, for saying that. So it is a group of priests who are the personnel board, who have a representative from each age group of our priests. They sit on the personnel board, and they assist me by reviewing all the assignments that are opened, reviewing the priests who are available, and by making a recommendation, what would be the best recommendation for this priest and for this place. And Ron, if I can quote myself in Italian once again, because often I will say, that's the time when we look and pray about la statua giusta per la nicchia giusta, the right statue for the right niche. And I think it's a beautiful phrase because you're trying to make the right fit by the grace of the Holy Spirit. So oftentimes, Ron, people will say, thank you, Bishop, for this pastor, and I'll say, thank the Holy Spirit, because ultimately it's the Holy Spirit who made the fit happen.
The answers, and there's going to be 4 more questions that the Bishop will address on today's edition, this week's edition of the Bishop's Corner.